Tesla, what comes to mind?
For most people, you're probably thinking about those sleek electric cars, right?
Right. Maybe a gigafactory or some new battery tech. I mean, they're the company that basically forced the entire car industry to go electric.
And if that's all you're focusing on, how many cars they ship each quarter, you are, and I think this is fair to say, fundamentally misreading their entire long-term blueprint.
Okay, let's unpack this. Our deep dive today, pulled from their latest strategic briefings and some internal estimates, shows a mission that is way more radical than just a new car in your driveway.
The car is almost like a Trojan horse. It's the testing bed.
Right. Their real game is building the core components, the AI, the robotics, for a completely automated world.
Uh-huh.
So we're going to pull out 5 key insights that really go beyond that surface level. And we should start with the most, I think, undeniable evidence of their AI. The stats from the road right now.
Exactly. I mean, the proof that their central bet might be paying off is in this massive pool of data they've collected.
And the claim is startling.
It is. The claim is that their self-driving AI is already, right now, statistically safer than an average human driver.
That's a huge claim, but the sheer volume of data they have is, well, it's hard to argue with. We're talking about over 3.6 billion miles driven with FSD supervised.
And that's the key part, right? FSD supervised, where a human is still meant to be monitoring things.
Still paying attention? But the comparison numbers are, wow.
They're pretty striking. The data shows one serious collision for every 5.1 million miles driven with FSD on.
5.1 million miles. And what's the number for just, regular manual driving?
In North America, you're looking at a serious event roughly every 700,000 miles.
It's not a small difference. It's not even close.
It's an order of magnitude. Their internal estimate, and this is for the latest software, is that the AI is up to 8.5 times safer than the average human.
Which sort of signals this massive cultural shift coming, doesn't it?
It does. If these trends hold, we're getting to a point where letting a human drive manually on a highway might actually be seen as the reckless choice.
Not the default.
Not the default, yeah.
But this future, this whole idea, is built on a very specific strategic choice. It's a huge gamble, really.
A philosophical one, even.
The vision-based approach.
This is where you see the big split in the industry. Tesla is betting everything, and I mean everything, on cameras. Basically, replicating the human eye.
And a very advanced neural network to act as the brain.
Right. Their argument is, well, the world is built for human eyes and human brains, so an AI should be able to navigate it the same way.
But that puts them in direct opposition to pretty much every other major player.
Yeah.
You look at companies in China, BYD, Xiaomi, Huawei. What are they doing?
They're doing the complete opposite. They champion what's called the multi-sensor approach. It's all about redundancy, certainty.
Like giving the car multiple sets of eyes.
Exactly. They use cameras, yes, but they fuse that data with LiDAR, which gives you these incredibly precise 3D point clouds of the world.
And radar.
And radar, which is phenomenal for long-distance detection and, doesn't care if it's pouring rain or foggy, it just works.
So if we break down that trade-off, Tesla is choosing scalability, lower hardware cost, and these really rapid software-first updates.
While the competitors, they're choosing reliability.
Yeah.
Robustness. They're layering on hardware for safety redundancy.
It's more expensive, though. And a lot more complex to get all those different data streams to work together.
It is. It's a classic battle, really. A software-first path versus a hardware-centric path to autonomy.
But then you have to ask, if the software is already 8.5 times safer, why risk the whole company on a path that seems, on the surface, a bit riskier in, say, a blizzard? There has to be a bigger reason for going vision only.
There is, and this brings us to the real identity of the company. The reason they chose vision isn't just to save 10 grand on a LiDAR sensor.
Yeah.
It's because the car isn't the final product. The future of Tesla isn't a car, it's the humanoid robot, Optimus.
And that just changes everything. Suddenly you realize the autonomous car business has been this perfect, incredibly demanding training ground.
The required first step.
To build a general AI that can operate in the real physical world, this is it. They were an AI and robotics company disguised as a car company all along.
And their leadership has been very explicit about this. Musk himself has gone on record saying Optimus will eventually be, 80% of the company's future value.
80%. Just dwarfing the car business.
Completely. The goal is, it's radical.
Yeah.
Mass production of 1 million humanoid robots.
And the purpose is to tackle the global labor crisis. They're targeting those boring, repetitive, and sometimes dangerous jobs.
The stuff in manufacturing and assembly that's too complex for a simple fixed machine.
It's a solution aimed at systemic issues, like an aging workforce or skills shortages.
And it leverages their expertise not just in AI, but in complex, high-volume manufacturing, which they learned from building cars.
But here's where it gets really interesting. What makes this whole plan even possible, let alone disruptive, is the cost.
This is the jaw-dropping part.
The estimate for Optimus at scale is a selling price between $20,000 and $30,000.
20 to 30,000. For a humanoid robot, that's the ultimate disruption.
When you look at the competition, I mean, what do other robots cost?
Well, a specialized robot like Figure 02 is estimated at well over $100,000. Some search platforms can go up to $250,000.
So Tesla is basically using its car supply chain to commoditize a market before that market has even really started.
And that low price is completely dependent on that big bet they made earlier, the vision-only approach.
So it all connects.
It's total synergy. Optimus uses the exact same core AI hardware, the same software, the same supply chain that's already in the cars.
So every mile a car drives is literally training the robot's brain how to see and interact with the world.
Which makes a robot cheaper and faster to develop. And that brings us full circle back to the safety data and this core ethical dilemma that regulators are facing.
The human cost of delay. And this raises a really important question for you, for the listener. How do we weigh the known massive risk of human error on the roads against the perceived risks of a powerful new technology?
The statistics are forcing that conversation. You look at independent studies on other systems like Waymo.
What did they find?
They found an 83% reduction in serious accidents, the kind where an airbag deploys, and a 92% reduction in personal injuries compared to human drivers.
When you know that human error causes most traffic deaths globally, delaying something that is demonstrably safer.
It means thousands of avoidable casualties every single year. It forces complete reevaluation. The challenge isn't just preventing tech failure anymore. It's about actively enabling life-saving progress.
So if we tie all 5 of these threads together, the safety data, the vision-only bet, Optimus, the low price, the human cost, the takeaway is clear. You have to look beyond the quarterly car reports.
You really do.
This is a foundational AI and robotics company. They're redefining what a tech company even is. They're not just trying to sell you a better car.
No, they're trying to sell you the future of labor and mobility itself. Their biggest innovations in the next decade probably won't have anything to do with transportation.
It'll be about solving labor shortages with affordable, mass-produced robots. So what does this all mean for you? As AI drivers get statistically safer than us, and these affordable robots are getting ready to enter our factories, maybe even our homes, are you truly ready for the world that's coming next?
A world where the human driver is the outlier.
And your coworker, the one loading the shelves, costs $25,000.
That's a lot to think about.
We hope this deep dive gave you a valuable shortcut, a way to get informed about a company that is clearly thinking 10 steps ahead. So thank you for joining us. If you enjoyed this journey, please follow our channel and check out our other deep dives for more insights like this.
This rapid progress in autonomy forces all of us to think critically about it, not with fear, but through the evidence and the very high-stakes implications for work and safety that are already unfolding around us.